Hi, how are you? My name is Houston, and welcome back to another video. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for showing up for the long form videos and even some of the short form stuff. I started uploading some of that running content here, so it's not just on Instagram and TikTok, it's also on YouTube because I want everything to be cohesive, one big sphere of interest. So, yeah, again, thank you so much. And let's get into some Hollow Knight. We are at the resting grounds, I believe. Yeah. So my plan here was to go down below into that area that's like right above the Dreamer. I just want to preface this by saying that this video is probably going to be on the shorter side. I mean, I don't know what short is relative to how long my videos normally are, because honestly, sometimes they're they're way too long, or they seem like they're way too long. But I did get the ground pound, or like the downward dash that allows me to break things on the ground. And I got an extra soul well thing. You could see that up in the top left. And I also got, I think, another heart or head or whatever they're called. I got more health. I also got a bunch of the map emblems. Why didn't I do this before? I'm kind of dumb for that. And I thought that I would have to manually place these things on the map because of the wording on the shop item description. I was like, oh, okay, so I could just mark where the benches are and stuff. And then I bought like 5 of them because I had a lot of geo, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes way more sense. It just tells me where everything is now. So that's great. That's fantastic. It definitely makes finding out where the hell I am and what the hell I'm doing a little bit easier. I really wish that I would have got something from the shop that allows me to... This is kind of scary. That allows me to mark things, like just one of the things that, again, allows me to manually mark things. Yeah, that's not good. I don't really like... yeah, I don't really like that. Ooh, you see that? You see how I just like masterfully bait that thing into attacking the scary crawling thing? I don't really like those flying enemies. They're not good. Not fun at all, man. Not fun at all. Gotta keep your eyes peeled for these cracked walls. I can also go left. Oh my... Oh no! How do I mess that up? It's unrelenting, dude. It's unrelenting. This will surely work, right? Oh yeah, I'm the best at the game, honestly, except now I can't grab the geo. This looks good, promising. Soul Eater greatly increases the amount of soul. Yeah, but it costs 4 notches, so maybe not that good. So my marathon's tomorrow. I'm gonna try and get this video up tonight. If I don't get it tonight, then I'm gonna be uploading this video after I already run the race, and I hope that I perform as well as I think that I'm going to, or as well as I would like to. I have been a little bit nervous about this race because my knee hasn't felt the best the past like week and a half or so. So, I mean, again, we're gonna... Oh, I'm dead. Okay, I didn't even realize my health was so low. I'm just not paying attention. I have always kind of struggled a little bit with knee issues here or there. I feel like they have gotten better, but this one just sort of like snuck up on me. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I just injured myself at work. There was a manhole box in the ground, and it was like in the ground because so you cut the asphalt, right, to put the box in the ground for the ditch. And in between the box and the asphalt that we cut, there's a gap, right? And I was unhooking the rigging after the box got placed in the ground, and it was wet, so my foot kind of slipped on the edge of the box because it is metal, and it went between the box and the asphalt, and I picked it up right as it went between them, and then like my leg kind of tweaked. It's not ideal. So when that happened, I didn't have a super quick reaction. I kind of like let my foot fall in, and basically what I'm saying is that I didn't tweak it really bad, but it was one of those feelings where after it happened, I just thought to myself like, there's injury potential in that right there. And obviously that just, it sucks. You know, you have a race or you have like any sort of fitness related event really soon, and then something like that happens. It's just unfortunate. It's just not something that one would want to go through when you have an event coming up. Regardless though, I do feel pretty good apart from that. I have a lot of anxiety surrounding this particular race for some reason. Normally I try and frame my anxiety as excitement, because it's kind of the same thing physiologically, you know, how your body feels. Obviously, framing that in a productive way can be kind of difficult in the midst of things. It's definitely a practice, not something that is a perfect science. Honestly, that's one of the main reasons why I'm recording a video right now, because I was kind of just sitting at my desk watching YouTube videos, just trying to relax, right? Because that's normally what I do on days like this, the day before a race. I need to face tank this. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. That's really scary. What I was saying was I was just sitting around, right? Watching YouTube videos and basically just doing nothing, just trying to hang out. And the whole thing with my knee and then the race coming up, and I really want a PR on this race, it just, you know, gets your mind going. And we've all been in that situation where we just can't stop thinking. We can't stop ruminating, whether it's something that happened in the past or it's something that's going to happen in the future. It's so difficult to really just try and center yourself in the present. I mean, that's where mindfulness comes in. Sometimes it's really hard. Well, most of the time, honestly, if you don't practice a lot, it's really difficult. You know, it's really easy for me to sit here and say, oh, well, you know, just use your mindfulness practice, like just be better at that. But when it comes down to it, that stuff really is all in the practice. And if you don't keep up on your practice and actually engage with it when you need it in the real life, not just when you're sitting down and practicing, then it's honestly not going to help you that much. And what I mean by that is that you have to like get rid of the boundary between sitting down, practicing your mindfulness or whatever, and actually doing it in real life, like being mindful when it really matters, like this situation that I'm talking about now. So with this anxiety basically attacking me, no matter how many times I told myself, oh, you know, it's just excitement, just frame it as excitement instead. For some reason, it was really difficult for me this time, and I think again it has to do with how my knee feels. So instead, I am doing something, because generally that's what always helped me the most. I mean, I can keep talking to myself, but anyone that's ever had anxiety knows that just continuing to talk to yourself is, I mean, probably not going to do that much for you. It kind of just puts you into more of a hole. It's like every single word you say is like another shovelful out of the hole you're already standing in. Oh, the blue lake is so peaceful. Totally nothing bad gonna happen. Whoa. Oh, what's up, dude? Yeah, what a calm place. You don't want any serenity? This is exactly what I need right now. A calm place. Hello. Can you give me more notches or what? Oh, I need that. Long nail. Hell yeah. Oh, yes. You can buy notches. I'm so glad I have this stuff. Oh, I wish I would have sold some of it back in the city. Well, now that I know where this merchant is, that's really good. 2 more notches is actually super useful. I'm assuming as I kill enemies, this gives me health, so that could be useful. Oh yeah, I love it when people are just like exploding. This is great. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Kamikaze. So like I was saying, my solution is generally to like do something when I'm feeling this way, because I feel like that inaction is exactly the thing that's impeding you. What is that saying? The impediment to action is inaction. That's real. It's very, very real. It is interesting though, because the last thing you want to do when you're feeling anxious or depressed or you're just not feeling good is do something that makes you feel good. You know, the very last thing that you are going to have the motivation to do is to get up and start working on something, because you're like, well, why would I do that when I have no energy to begin with? But I mean, that's exactly why it's so important. While I do think that that is the answer to do something whenever you're feeling this way, I do think that when you're doing it, you should still try and remain as mindful as you can of the way that you feel and of the reasons that you're doing it. Because I think it's really easy to, I guess, try and ignore your problems And that's not what I'm saying to do. I'm not saying, hey, you should ignore the way you feel and the way that you're responding to the current situation, because then that'll help you just forget it. No, you definitely should not do that. What I should do is try and sell a bunch of my stuff and go back to the Notch lady. Or maybe I can go sell some of my stuff and then go to the nail guy and upgrade my nail. Because I have enough. I have like one of those pure rune things for my nail, which is... yeah, one of these things. A pale ore, not a pure ore. Something that also isn't lost on me is that it's really easy to talk about problems like this, like anxiety and depression and just struggle in general, when you kind of get some clarity on it. It's exactly the same thing that happens when somebody's going through something difficult, and it's incredibly easy to offer them advice because you're not being tormented by all the things that are associated with whatever they're going through. Nice. Love the sound of a hammer hitting something on like an anvil. Because that stuff is so difficult is part of the reason why I'm like making a video on it right now, because yeah, it's possible. It's possible to like work past that stuff. It's possible to just, I don't know, still exist while things are, you know, kind of shitty. It's tough, but it's possible. People might get mad at me for using a bunch of my geo on notches, but honestly, I feel like having a good amount of things like, you know, rings or notches or whatever you want to call them in whatever game you're playing is always pretty good, because it opens up your ability to like augment your character in whatever way you see fit. Dude, I'm so far into Berserk right now, and it just doesn't stop getting insane. I can't believe that Mira's gone. It's honestly difficult to believe that someone was that good at drawing. It's like, yeah, see, it just leaves me speechless. I can't, I don't even know how to describe it. 18 charms. Oh, I should have read that. Wow, now I have so much geo. I'm scared. I need 6 more. Damn, I should just go buy a bunch then. Honestly, makes sense that you can't just like buy a ton. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. You know, it's not just the art of Berserk, even though that's a very clear example of just how amazing it is, but the themes in it are so powerful too. The themes of just pain, struggle, depression. I mean, kind of the same exact stuff that I was just talking about, but obviously on a fantasy scale. It's just hard to believe that one person wrote and illustrated all of it. It really is a fantastic series, and I think I'm like 40 chapters away from getting to the point where Mira did his last chapter. I think it's around like 360 or something like that. So that kind of sucks. We'll see how it holds up with the people who took over. Apparently they were very close to him. I'll have to figure out who they are so I don't just like say these people. It's quite the journey. I definitely encourage many people to check it out. On another note, next weekend, going to karaoke with a bunch of friends for like a large group birthday party. I'm still sober, so that'll be interesting, like navigating that. It's hardest, I think, in those big social settings, like where you feel quite a bit of pressure to like, you know, I mean, it's fun to drink, right? Or at least it was. I'm just going to buy one of those and probably regret it later. Oh yeah, it'll just be a universal mark for like anything that I might want. Then I'm gonna be like, yeah, what was that again? Was it important? Was it worth going back for? And whatever. We're going to like this Japanese karaoke bar, and there's like 30 of us, and obviously we're all gonna be singing, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm honestly can't wait for it. It's gonna be interesting. I've never done karaoke with like that many people before, and honestly, I'm kind of new to karaoke in general, so it'll be really cool, I think, and a wonderful way to like bond with other people, because I feel like you got to kind of put yourself in a pretty vulnerable state to do karaoke. The reason that I brought that up is because earlier I was singing Move On Up by Curtis Mayfield, and I think that's the song that I might start out with. It's a bit ambitious, but I don't know, man. I just feel like taking a risk, you know? Sometimes it's fun just trying out those songs with high notes. You never know if you might be able to hit them or not. I know as usual, I was kind of all over the place, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I had to say. It's hard navigating some of this stuff sometimes, and I think anybody that knows how it feels generally always finds a little bit of comfort knowing that, you know, the people around them, or even like some person that you don't know, who can express that stuff clearly enough, is also going through it. It's really easy to feel like you're alone. So with all that being said, I appreciate you being here, and I'm gonna edit this video, try and unwind for that race. I hope you find a little bit of solace in the fact that you're not alone out there. Gotta stop digging a hole that you're already in. Find that thing that gives you meaning, gives you purpose, allows you to elevate yourself beyond the struggles, beyond the things that are holding you down. Break those ropes, break those chains. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you again, and I'll see you on the next one.